Tell me when you're ready.
Ready.
Okay. Shabbat Shalom. This is one of my favorite parshas, and it's not just because it was my twins' B'nai Mitzvah parsha, so I happen to know it pretty well because of that, but because we're starting a whole new book, the book of Bamidbar, and we are beginning with that first chapter of Bamidbar. So let's find out as we enter into this time period in the wilderness what we can learn from the Torah. So if you remember, this is the chapter where Moses is instructed by God to take a census, and all of the 12 tribes' sons are all counted, and they count 600,000 men, and that happens to be, as the mystics say, a representation of all the letters of the Torah. And as a result, we see that the elevation of each of those people, each of us, is that we make our mark in time in the Torah. So let's see what we can learn to take it a little bit deeper. So I'm going to start with where we come from. I'm going to do it this way, where we come from, the energy we need to put in towards this week, the lesson from this week's Torah, advice from the higher self, and the outcome from this week's Torah. So we start the week with chesed, with loving kindness. And it's kind of an interesting thing because that's actually what I've spent my whole week focusing on. I don't know about you. I could tell, maybe I'll write about that in this week's newsletter. The energy that we need to put into this week is the chokhmah, the noticing those opportunities to be present in our lives. All around us, real life is happening, and you need to be able to pay attention to what's going on in order to take advantage of the opportunity for that comes to you. And the lesson of this week's Torah is consciousness. So what it means to be truly aware of your life's opportunities is the purpose of Bamidbar. When you know that you count is when you actually take advantage and do what you need to do in this lifetime. And the recommendation for how to do that is to remember you're not alone. We're all in this together. Just because your head is elevated doesn't mean that you are alone. All of B'nai Israel counted in this journey. And so don't feel like it's just on you. Just do your part. And ultimately the outcome of this week's Torah is the freedom that we receive to do what we need to do in our lifetime. Shabbat Shalom.